AEGIS. A scientific military organization founded in 3303, AEGIS was established in a collaboration between the Alliance, Empire, and Federation to coordinate research into the Thargoids and develop technologies with which to counter their aggression. Headquartered in the Sol and Delphi systems, it is overseen by an executive board, with scientific and military branches led by Professor Albert Tesreau and former Federal Admiral Aidan Tanner respectively. Although the organization was initially focused on research, its remit has since been widened to encompass defense. With access to a vast pool of resources, AEGIS is constantly growing. In addition to a fleet encompassing dozens of megaships, the organization also operates a large number of laboratories and orbital outposts. AEGIS has collaborated with external parties on a number of occasions, including the engineers Liz Ryder, Ishmael Palin, and Ram Tah. With Ryder and Palin, AEGIS developed a suite of weapons specifically calibrated to damage Thargoid vessels, denoting its first foray into the area of defense. It worked with ship manufacturer Falcon de Lacy to produce an anti-Thargoid version of the Taipan fighter, and then partnered with Ram Tah in an effort to gain further insights into Thargoid behavior. Towards the end of 3303, AEGIS expanded its research division, establishing 25 laboratories at starports throughout human-occupied space. Research efforts focused on the Thargoids' transmission and storage of information and the categorization of geographical data, work that would pave the way for later discoveries about Thargoid territorialism. But no sooner had work begun than the laboratories came under attack from Thargoid ships. While the attacks were initially thought to be random, it was later determined that they represented a deliberate attempt to prevent AEGIS from analyzing Thargoid materials. An unprecedented development, the attack shed new light on the Thargoids' agenda and capacity for strategic reasoning. In 3304, AEGIS was forced to relocate its administrative headquarters from the Socio system to Sol, when a criminal organization, the Socio Gold Raiders, engineered a hostile takeover of the system. The attack illustrated the need for greater protection from human threats. Federal President Zachary Hudson, in a moment of characteristic frankness, equated aggression against AEGIS with treason against humanity, saying, "The weakening of our defenses cannot be tolerated." Following the attack, AEGIS established the Sentinel, a military installation in the Pleiades Nebula. While AEGIS officials insisted that the Sentinel would allow the organization to continue our fight against the Thargoids unhindered by external forces, critics opined that the organization's growing military focus was cause for concern. In 3305, the organization entered into a partnership with Ram Tah to manufacture Guardian-inspired technology, including Ram Tah's XG fighters. Despite its apolitical stance, AEGIS has come under scrutiny from certain sectors of the galactic community, who insist it cannot be trusted. Criticism has focused on the parallels between AEGIS and the Intergalactic Naval Reserve Arm, INRA, a defunct federal imperial initiative established in 3125 during the first human-Thargoid conflict, with detractors insisting that AEGIS is guilty of the same unethical and unregulated activity conducted by the INRA. But while AEGIS shares the same purpose as its forebear, there is scant evidence of unscrupulous conduct.